Gambling is like other so-called vices, including alcohol consumption. Most people can partake reasonably and not get overwhelmed by its effect. But gambling is also like other vices in that a significant amount of people have severe problems stopping once they get started. And the latest research suggests that for up to 5% of people who gamble, that gambling becomes a pathological addiction. And yes, children are at risk more and more due to the explosion of gambling as a method of raising revenues in many states, including sports betting like Delaware. Dr. Sachin is Director of Prevention and Special Projects for the Delaware Council on Gambling Problems Incorporated in Wilmington, Delaware. We recently visited with Dr. Karnik and asked him to first explain exactly what his agency does.
Our agency's primary mission is to raise awareness about compulsive or pathological gambling. Again, we make a distinction between social gambling and compulsive pathological gambling. Social gambling is recreational, which is what most people do generally. Pathological gambling is a true neurological disease, and this is the view that we take based on many years of research, that the brain itself is releasing abnormal amounts of various neurotransmitters, which then cause an individual to enter into a state of compulsive or addictive behavior patterns.
Again, most people can gamble recreationally, but for some, they find gambling an addiction they cannot reasonably control. We asked Dr. Karnik why not.
I think it's important to understand what we mean by the term addiction. This term has very, very broad meanings, and it's within the past 20 years, the entire term itself has taken on different types of meanings. Now, but to really put it in a succinct way, an addiction is the end process of a change. Okay, so is the end process of change whereby the addictive behavior becomes problematic, habitual, and difficult to dislodge. Three things. Okay, so if someone is gambling, for example, and it's becoming a habit. Okay, so this is one thing where they're just having difficulty controlling the behavior. They're going into it, they're chasing losses, betting higher and higher amounts of money, taking money